Hello and happy day, everyone. Ebony Kimber here with Living Faith Moms. I'm re-recording this video. The journey that I've been on to try to get this out has been interesting. I have two videos recorded in the day 4 of the me talking about my Proverbs devotional. And since last month, I have been trying my best to upload that video, and it just has not worked. And I look super cute, and I'm dressed real nice, and seem to know what I'm talking about really well. And so I don't know what this video is going to look like, but I'm going to re-record it, and we'll see if this posts, and then the Lord will have a good laugh at me, I guess. I don't know. He just wanted me to redo it. This is day 4 of me processing with you all the Proverbs devotional I'm writing for moms, 31 days in Proverbs, and today is day 4, and the main verse is a gentle answer turns away anger, but a harsh word stirs up wrath, in Proverbs 15:1. I just finished rewatching the video that I did pre-record, and I mentioned in that video that I am processing through what the best way is to present the devotional to you as a mom. Theme based. So for example, the theme would be anger, or just chronologically through Proverbs. And this would be chapter 15, Proverbs chapter 15. The whole chapter itself is not about anger. So this is where my dilemma is. Do I pull from that one verse, and then find the themes throughout it? And what would help you in your study and going through this devotional? I like to look at the Cliff Notes. I don't know if that's what it's called, but when you have a scripture and then there's a little number by it and then there's reference scriptures. And the first reference scripture for Proverbs 15, is Judges chapter 8, verse 1-3, where it talks about Gideon. It's a revisit of Gideon. Most people know Gideon in the introductory level of when God visits him and calls him the man of valor, encourages him to tear down the idols in his family, and to take his army and go and destroy the opposing army. This finds Gideon in a position and place where there are people who are angry with him in their pride because they don't like the way he handled a situation. And instead of responding in anger, which he had the right to, he responded in gentleness. And I tell in the video that I was going to post, I tell them, or tell y'all, about a moment that I had with my children before Christmas break where I yelled at them in tiredness and anger and frustration. And I'm not a yelling parent. I just tired and frustrated. And this really, instead of feeling condemned, it triggered in my mind just thinking about how to process it as a mom, in parenting our children in moments like these. The Israelites weren't necessarily Gideon's children, but he was a leader over them. And I vaguely remember talking about, like in the commentary where I looked it up, is the commentator saying that instead of correcting their pride, Gideon did stroke their ego a little bit to change them around because there was work for the Lord to be done. And that he prioritized the Lord's work over his feelings. And so I would assume that in the devotional, I would challenge you as a mom to think about what areas of your life can you let go of anger in order to pursue an encounter with God, or even to pursue the things of God, the work that needs to be done. It's a challenge, it's a challenge, especially when you hold so much responsibility as a parent. But there's a character shift that happens in the internal that can only happen with pursuing Jesus and in your own personal intimate time with him. And I would assume that Gideon felt led by the Lord to do that. And so yeah, that's all I have. Maybe this video just needed to be shorter because the first one was real long. So yeah, tell me what your thoughts are in processing that. I would also, obviously, the journal would have, or the devotional would have, either a theme anger or a theme Proverbs 15. And then I would tell my story, and then I would challenge you with looking up the reference scriptures, going into that for yourself, and then asking the Lord for yourself. What is he speaking to you about this? And then for you to journal that. What is God speaking to you about anger? What are some ways that you can have an internal change for yourself? How does Gideon's story inspire you? And so then for me, another challenge I would love for y'all to comment on is it leaves wide open the rest of chapter 15. Should I go back and readdress another theme that picks up from chapter 15, or is that enough to spark you to read the whole chapter? I mean, because the whole chapter doesn't address anger. This is my dilemma with Proverbs. Anyways, tell me what you think. I'll see you in day 5, the revamped, re-recorded version. Y'all have a great day.